Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on So Many Books, So Little Time by Diamond Art Club. It is 56 by 109. It's square with AB and that's what it's gonna look like. It is so pretty. I think this is like the fourth time that I work on it. So I find quite a bit of time, or quite a bit done, quite a bit of time. And quite a bit done for like 3 hours, so that's pretty good. But it kind of gives you an idea that this will not be done in like a week. So the first one I'm going to do is S, and S is number 45. So I've labeled my containers with the number of color and not, because there's 53 colors. Well, I labeled my colors with this and not the actual color number. So that way, when I'm done with this diamond painting, I won't have to take everything off the containers, like all the colors. I just empty I'm just gonna empty the little containers and with the leftover drills, and then I can just add the next diamond painting right in there. And there's 60 containers in the one that I bought. So I can go to a diamond painting that has up to 60 colors, and most of them have less than that. Like this has a lot, 53, that's a lot. And, but I seriously don't see that happening till, oh, probably, I don't know, next year for sure. Because there's only, you know, November and December. But I think what I'm going to do, because at first I was going to do like an hour a week, but you saw how like you don't get much done in an hour. But I don't want my videos to be like 2-3 hours. Plus I don't have time to do 2-3 hours. But I can say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I can put an hour as soon as I get up. So it's the first thing that I do. And then I'll upload it the next day. So then I'll have a video Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Now today, didn't start off well this week. Today's Tuesday. So I didn't get to do it yesterday. And it's because everybody was home. So it's really hard for me to film when everybody's home, because I film in my kitchen for this. Because it's the only place that I can put my table, because I have one of those big wooden, it's like an art table. So it's the only place I can put it is on my counter. And then I would have to ask everybody to kind of stay in their room until I'm done. And I've done it a few times, I won't lie, but I don't like to do it too much. So I'd rather get up early and get it done. And then it feels, you know, like it's not even like 9 and you already got something accomplished for your day. So that feels good too. So I think today what I'm going to try to do, I am drinking my coffee this morning because, like I said, it's still early. Today, I think what I'm going to try to do is see that band right there that separates everything? I think that's what I'm going to try and get done so that all of this will be done. And then in the upcoming videos, then like this one is so perfect because it's divided into grids. So I don't know how long it'll take me to do a grid because a lot of it is the same color. So but I'm thinking it'll be at least one of those grids in an hour. Like I might be able to do like a small one like that and the one beside it, you know? So it's really, and it's like that throughout the whole canvas. Like it's almost like in grids like that, so. And this is, I have to say, like I have quite a bit of canvases and stuff, and they won't all be on my walls. Like it's just not going to happen. Like I don't have enough walls. But if there's certain ones that have the same size as other ones, you know, might be able to change them out once in a while. But this one is definitely going on my wall. It's going next to my bookcase in my bedroom. And then I just bought another one, and it's a little smaller than this, and it is of the same little dragon. It's the same artist, the same little dragon reading a book. He's just laying down and he's reading a book. So that'll probably go in my room too, next to some bookcases. So, but I think once I'm done this one, I'll probably, okay, I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Woo. I'm gonna move that down because I keep hitting it and it makes that awful noise. So I'd rather do the awful noise once and just be done. Okay, stick. And then I'll move this. These are awesome. You can move them wherever you need them. And then I can lay my hand on it when there. Perfect. So I know I gotta stop right there, so. I have some more of those squares, so I could put a few more down, but maybe, well, now it'll be tomorrow. I'll have to do 2 in a row if I want, to get on that schedule that I want to do. Oh, I better bring this up a little bit. Okay, so I went to get another square and I kind of fixed this. Hopefully it'll stop getting in the way, but I'm wondering if I shouldn't just cover the whole thing with those squares. It comes in a pack of 100, so, or at least the top part, so I don't get that crinkly noise when I'm, you know, recording. So I might do that when I turn off the video. Just do the top part. Okay. Well, that's going pretty quickly, huh? The S's are coming along really good. So I've had a few questions about my pen. Yes, my husband did make my pen, and we were gonna sell them, but my husband just doesn't have time right now to make them. They take about between an hour and a half. And I'm sure he could bring down that time as he makes more and more of them, because, you know, as you get more familiar with something, you get a little faster. But right now with his job, he just doesn't have time. And he's a coach for hockey for Mason, my grandson. And he's a coach for 2 teams right now. Well, one hockey, it's like a hockey camp, but it lasts all year. It's hard to explain, but they're working on the players and developing AAA players, if that makes any sense. They look at the players because they're really young, right? Like Mason's only 7, but that'll be his 2nd year in this. So they look at the players at a very young age, and the ones that are developing faster than the other kids, you know, that can skate very well and can, a lot of times, like Mason could lift the puck. Like a lot of the kids, when they'd shoot on the goalie, they slide the puck. So at that age, well, not so much last year, but the year before, still last year though, all the goalie would have to do is lay down on the ice and he would stop the pucks because the kids couldn't lift the puck and put it in the net. Well, Mason could lift the puck, so he would just wait for the goalie to lay down and then he put it in the net. So, so they watch kids. It's kind of crazy to know that they're scouting kids that young. So he made a AAA team last year. Now, because of everything that's going on, they did nothing. So the coach said, like he's going to try and plan a few things for them, like from September till next March, because the AAA team starts in March. So I don't know if he's going to make the next AAA team, but for now he is on a AAA team, and he's going to play, I think if everything stays the same, they're going to play in November. And then there's a tournament at Christmas time, so he's going to play there and all that good stuff. He was asked also to try out for Team New Brunswick, which is pretty freaking amazing. Now, he didn't make the first cut. He had just gone for an hour of hockey, and then he went for 2 hours of hockey. So he played for 3 hours. And the coaches that were selecting said, oh, he didn't, we really like his size. We like that, the way he plays and everything, but he didn't have any legs, meaning like he couldn't skate for very long. And my husband said, yeah, but he had just done an hour of hockey. And they were like, oh, okay. He wasn't fresh, you know? So, and plus being off since March, those poor kids, man. You know, they don't say the quarantine 15 for no reason, right? I know I've gained some weight too because of, you know, you're not doing as much. Okay, so let me just check one more time, see if there's any more S's, but I think I got everything. Yes. Okay, I think I did. Watch, I'll just put it away and then there'll be one. But so that was 45, right? I want to make sure that I put it in the right container. Now the next one I think I'm going to do is, I don't know, it looks like a fly swatter, if you ask me, but okay. Okay, oh, they're being little buggers. They're not getting out, and then when they did, they landed everywhere. Okay, so that's color 52, and it's the DMC code is 3826. Okay, so oh, it's another, just a darker shade of orange. And this is the perfect time to have another drink of coffee. Ah, that tastes so good. And that's the color. It's just a darker orange. Okay, for some reason I was thinking C. No, it's the fly swatter. It's a good thing I said that. Looks like a fly swatter because I almost went to the C. looks like a fly swatter. So I kind of changed the subject there. So for the pens, I think we'll wait, and maybe after Christmas, what we'll do is, you know, if he has time, I'll get him to make, they'll be like limited editions. Almost like if I can get him to do, you know, 20 or 30 of them. Because we have, I think we have like 200 squares. So it's way too many pens for me to have all to myself. So maybe I can get him to make 20 or 30 of them, and then I'll put those up for sale in my shop, and then, you know, do a when they're gone kind of thing. And then maybe like it might only open once a month, and then whatever he can get done in that month, we put it up for sale. And if, you know, if we sell them, we sell them, and that's good. And there. Our lives just got super crazy busy, so sometimes you have plans and they don't quite pan out. But I got quite a few different pens because of it, so I'm happy. And I gave some of my friends some pens. I have clay pens that I have ready, so, you know, I might put those up because I think I have, must be, oh, I don't know, over 100 for sure ready. And that too, I don't know if I want to make any more, so just put up the ones that I have, and when they're gone, they're gone. Okay, so today, what day are we today? Ooh. We're October 27th. And I just came back from a weekend away. It was fun, but it was certainly different. I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable at all. Just because of everything that's going on. And most people were really good. Most people, you know, when they moved, they had their masks on and all that stuff. So that was good. But there was one or two that we always had to remind. Your mask, your mask. And it's awful. Like, you feel bad because, you know, that's not what we're used to, right? But at the same time, it's like, well, that's what it has to be right now. It sucks, but, you know, to keep everybody safe. But it was fun. It wasn't as relaxing as previous times. And I know it was because of that. Because it just felt like you were always watching, okay, so they have their mask on, like, are they, so it wasn't, another drink of coffee before it gets cold. It wasn't as, you know, it was before. I barely even got up from my seat. That's not abnormal though, because usually if I go there to get a ton of stuff done, but usually I would get up more than I did. Like, I'd get up to go to the bathroom and to go eat And even at that, like I limited the amount that I went to the bathroom because I didn't want to get up. And then I'd get up to go to bed, you know, because it's an hour and a half away from where we live or from where I live. And so we had to stay in a hotel room. So, I mean, it was good because then it helps the economy, you know, like the businesses like that, they need to get back to some kind of new normal, right? But that's the thing, it's to get used to that new normal. I'm not used to it because I've been staying home most times. So, but we were all 6 feet apart, like following the rules, so. There. Yay, that's coming together really quickly. It's been going for half an hour. I've been getting into the habit of looking at the time because the timer on, because I film with my phone. I have an iPhone 10X or 10S, and that's what I film with. And the bar goes right across where the timer is, so I can't tell how long I've been recording for. So I look at the time, because when you do this, time really flies. Like you can spend 2 hours and you're like, what? I did not just spend 2 hours on this, but yep, it just flies by. So I don't want a 2-hour video. But 1 hour, I'll do 1 hour, and if I do it 3 times a week, that'll be 3 hours on it in a week. So we should see progress pretty quickly. I was thinking that it'd be cool, but I don't know how I can do it though, because I just took one video and I put it in my iMovie and I put it times 20, because I thought it'd be cool to do a time lapse. But just one video was 2 minutes. So that would be, it's okay for one video, but if it takes like 30 videos, that would be like an hour-long time lapse. That's too long. So I don't know. I'll see if I can figure out something. Cause I think that'd be cool, like in a, like if I could do like in a 5 to 7 minute video and put all the videos in there, and you could just see like, and just get done that quickly. You see it come to life kind of thing. I think that'd be cool, but I don't know if it's possible. I could film in time lapse, like if I wasn't talking at all, I could film in time lapse. But again, that would be different because I wouldn't be able to talk, like do a real time like this. So maybe I can do that with another one, I don't know. But then I would have to find more time to do another one. And I think 3 hours a week right now is pretty much all the time that I can allow for this. So C is next, and C is number 6. It's all oranges. What I did was, before I started the video, I looked at all the colors that were in there, and I pulled all the little containers out. So that's the new color while I take a drink of coffee. I pulled all the colors, and then that way I don't have to waste time looking for colors. So it's all ready. Okay, so let's talk. I think since I did the last one, oh no, I did watch Hocus Pocus last time. So all I've been watching on TV is, I think I watched one episode of The 100. I only have 2 episodes left, so I'm kind of stretching them. So I'll only watch like half an episode at a time because I don't want it to end. I think now I'm down to like the 1. So probably tonight I'll watch an episode or half an episode and keep the other half for maybe Thursday night, because tomorrow night, another thing we've been watching is Big Brother. I'm a big fan of reality TV, like huge fan. So we're kind of watching Big Brother. We're taping The Amazing Race. And I was like, how were they able to do that? Because The Amazing Race, like it's like traveling, right? Anyway, so I Googled it, and it said that they filmed this like way before anything happened. So they're just, you know, airing it now. So I was like, oh, well, that's cool. It'll give us, because we love that show, you know. But again, like, I think they were, the first episode, they were in Trinidad, and there was like thousands of people in a street, and I got super like anxious, and I'm like, oh my God, look how close they're, you know, how close they are to people. Like it caused me a whole bunch of stress, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like that, now that's how it is, you know? So it just goes to show, you know, how things have changed so drastically. But so we watched only the first episode, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just finish Big Brother. Big Brother's finishing Wednesday. That's the last show on Wednesday. They'll be crowning the winner, and I'm so excited because I have, well, actually, I like all the 3 that are left. I'm not going to say anything in case you're behind or whatever. But like if you're watching it and you're a few episodes behind, because up to a few weeks ago, we were still watching like the very beginning, but we caught up really fast because it was good. So I'm happy with any of the 3. I have my top 1 for sure that I wanted to win, but you know, if any of them, I'm okay with them winning it. So I'm watching that. Well, we finished C, yay. And that was number 6, right? And that was DMC 301, which is just a different shade of orange. Then the next one, all I'm doing is I'm just going down the line here, and I'm picking my next color, is A. And A is number 26, and it's DMC 783. Oh, I think we might have time to do a little, maybe the 310 that are here, and kind of get our divisions going. That'd be awesome. Because at this point, it's only been like 35 minutes, I think. So those are the shows. I haven't been watching a lot of shows. Like that's the only 2 things that I've watched. Then the books. I've done some really good time, or good reading, I guess. The last time I was reading Froy of the Exile. I finished that. And then the next book in that series is Quintana of Turin, and the author is Melina Marchetta. And I started Quintana of Turin, and I listened to it on audiobook because I was going to that crop. Well, I listened to basically the entire book while I was, the drive there was an hour and a half. The drive back was another hour and a half. So that's 3 hours, right? I was by myself. So 3 hours and then a whole bunch of time there. So I finished that book. Both books were 5 stars. Like, oh, so good. So, so good. And she doesn't have a lot of books published. Like, she has one more, which I'll try to, I can't remember if I have it. I know I've seen it before, but I can't remember if I bought it or not. So I'll have to look in my collection. I think it's called Jellicoe Road. So I'll have to see if I have it. If so, I'll read it, because that's just how I do things. If I read a book from an author and I really enjoy it, I'm like, okay, what else did they write? Like, I just want to consume everything that they've written. It's like K.A. Tucker. I read The Simple Wild, and then I read Wild at Heart, and then I read, 2, 3 more of hers. And then in the last month, I found another series of hers. And the first 3 or 4 books, I got it for, like, they were on for like $2.99. So I bought them on Kindle. And then the last 2 books, I paid like $11.99 because, well, they weren't on sale and I wanted to know the rest of the series. So, but I check every day. There's on Kindle, there's Kindle daily deals. So I go check those every day. So I always get quite a few books that way on Kindle. And then I have BookBub, I think it's called. That's an email that comes to me every day, and I check. Sometimes not sometimes, every day they have books that are free too. So I look at those every day. So I finished that, Quintana of Turin. And then what else was I reading? Oh, I read a young adult, like a mystery thriller, not scary, just, yeah, like a thriller. And I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. Like, it was probably like a 3.5. It was good. It was called Genuine Fraud by Emmy Lord, I think is the author's name. It was good. Like, it wasn't like mind-blowing or anything, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I read it in a few days, so I think it's like thrillers. I'm not, I don't know if you want to say too comfortable with that type of books. So, like, I much prefer like a fantasy or even a contemporary romance. But I'm trying to get into them a little bit more. I've read quite a few, but it's still not like the first thing that I'll grab for, right? First of all, I'm a big chicken, so I'm always afraid that they're going to be super scary. So, usually I'll go listen to a few people talk about them. And if they say, oh, it was more like a thriller, not a kind of book, then I'll read it. Another drink of coffee. Oh, I think I only have oh no, I have 2 left? What did I just do? A, and that was 26. Whew, I almost put it in the wrong one. I picked up 6 again. Okay, 26. So I didn't get all the, like I didn't see those in that. So that's okay. It's only a couple I have to reach for. So the next one is just like a dash, and it was color 13 or DMC 400, and that's a really like deep orange. There's not a lot of those, so we'll get this done. So I finished that. Then I finished one of the series, 4 Seconds to Lose, I think it was called. I finished that from K.A. Tucker. And then I started last night, or yesterday, I should say. I started Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman, which is the 2nd book in a series. And the 1st book is called Scythe, and it's about a world where there is no more death. Like nothing can kill you. Like no disease, no car accident. Like even if you get, you know, if you fall off a building, they can bring you back. So in order to keep down Earth population, they've ordained, I guess, scythes. And scythes decide, you know, if they end your life, well then it's done. So people, and you can rejuvenate your life. So you can go up to, let's say, like right now, I'm like, you know, I think I'd like to go back to, and you can choose the age that you want to come back. So I think I want to come back to like, you know, 20. So you can go back to 20 and restart kind of your life, you know? Okay, so let's see. And so there's, you know, all kinds of issues with that, because then it's like some people take advantage. So 21 is that little thing right there. There's like 2. Ugh. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to take it out of the container, if I'm just going to do that and just stick my pen in there and just hope I get work the first time, right? First shot. There. Just wasn't worth that. And then the next one is an arrow, and that's number 24. So we'll get that. That has a little bit more, because I think I'll do, like, there's some right here. And number 24 is DMC 728, and it's like a yellow. Yeah, like a yellow, I guess. So I just started that book yesterday. It is such a fast read. Like, I'm already at page 101. It's like, what? Oh, look. Did I do that already? That arrow? I can't remember. Anyway, I'll do this, because this arrow goes this way. To me, and that's just me maybe, but there's enough signs in the world. I know they're pointing 2 different ways, but sometimes when you get going, like you just think arrows. So I think, I don't know. You know, for example, the question mark is not there, or, so you could use another sign. Because I almost went and did that, but that would be bad. Wrong color. And I think too, it's because I'm also filming and doing this, so it's even, oh, and then they have an arrow going down. Yeah, there's no need of 3 arrows. I don't even see the arrow going down. Oh, and they have an arrow going up? Oh, no. No way. Well, yep. So they have an arrow going up, an arrow going down, an arrow going that way, and an arrow going that way. Oh, no, I don't like that. Yeah, they're different colors and they're different direction, but like I said, there's enough symbols out there, you know, because when you're doing a whole bunch at a time, you know, you're just thinking like arrow. Okay, so I'm going to do the arrow pointing that way, and that's 300, and it's like a deep, I don't know, it looks like deep red. It was number 5. Okay, so arrow pointing to the right, arrow pointing to the right. The last one I did was arrow pointing to the left. So that's another thing. I don't want to keep having to say that in my head, like arrow pointing to the right, arrow pointing to the right. Okay, so maybe we can do this, which is, what is that? Number 23. But now I'm afraid there's different symbols that maybe look the same. So what does it look like? Like that. Okay, so I think this is it right there. But because they have 4 symbols that are, to me, they're the same. Yeah, they're pointing the different ways, but I mean, just the alphabet, you got 26 choices. And numbers, you know, you have up to 9. So just there, that's over 30. So I don't think you need to use 4 arrows, but maybe that's just me. 23. Okay, 23 is DMC 677, and there's not a lot of those either. But let's get these done. And I might do the arrow pointing down too. There's only 1. So I'll just get the container and just grab 1 out of it. And I think after that, I'll do the black. Because we have like 10 minutes, so maybe I can get quite a bit of the black done, which is 310. Okay, so what's the arrow pointing down? That's number 30. So that's right here. And it's a nice like little burgundy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick, oh, and I got one the first time. Okay, voila. Now I'm gonna do the black outline because I love to do the black outline first whenever I do a painting like that, and then it kind of outlines it. So that's 310. And there's so much like black on these things, on these paintings, that it's nice to say, okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit and then a little bit more so that you don't feel like you're just doing black. And usually too, it always works out that I do it at the end of a video, which is awesome. So yes, I read 100 pages yesterday in Thunderhead. Like it was just like, all of a sudden I'm like, what? I'm at page 100. That's awesome. Then I could have read some more and I'm like, you know what? Just start another book. I like to have 2-3 books on the go at once. And usually I have like a physical book, and then I'll have a book on my Kindle. Because after a while, like when you're laying down in bed, holding a book can be like you just want to, can't hold it anymore. You're so tired. So what I do is I read on my Kindle or on my phone. Like last night, I was reading on my phone because I have, you know, one of those holders on the back of my phone. So a pop socket so it's easy to hold it. And I just started 5 Ways to Fall, I think it's called. 5 Ways to Fall, and it's by K.A. Tucker. It's the last book in the series. It had 4 books and 1 novella, and I'm on the last book. So I'm like, oh, I might as well just finish the series. I'm big on starting new series, but I'm also big on finishing the series. So I want to finish that series. And like with the last series that I read, the first book, which was Finnegan of the Rock, I read that back in March. And I was like, oh, I got to get back to that series and finish it before the end of the year. Because I know it's just reading, but I like to have goals and I like to accomplish them. I don't know. I feel if I didn't have goals, I'd probably go, you know, I don't need to read. And then I would go back to what it was years, you know, I'd stop reading for the longest time. I was a big reader as a kid. I was a big reader when my kids were youngish because I would, you know, send them outside and I would sit on the deck and read a book while they played outside. So I was a big reader then, and then I stopped. Oh no, I read way back because we were allowed to read at work in between calls just to get our minds off, you know, the calls and stuff. And then because we have to stay at our desks. So, you know, if you work a night shift and all you do is stare at a screen, that's, you know, you can fall asleep. So it keeps your mind occupied. And so I did a lot of reading there. And then I just stopped. And I don't know why. I started watching a lot of TV. That's what it was. Like I started watching a lot of different episodes and series. And it's almost like it's one or the other. Like you have only X amount of time that you can dedicate to that kind of stuff, right? So, and I kind of put all my time into watching TV, I guess. And I stopped reading. So I think it was like 4 years ago. Was it when we moved in the house? Yeah, I think it was when we moved in the house. Maybe, no, it was before because we were still in, so maybe 5 years ago. I started reading again. And the first year I was like, oh, if I can read 12 books, that's all I got to do. And I read, I think it was 60, which that was a ton for me. And I think the year after it was like 92. And then the year after that was like 120 or something. And then the year after that was 100. Maybe I did 2 years of 100. And now I decided I'm not going to put my goal at above 100 because I want to do other stuff too, like diamond painting. You know, like right now I could be reading, but I want to diamond paint too because I really like it. I enjoy it. It's relaxing. It's a good way to start my day. I drink my coffee. Now I wish I could do this every morning for an hour. That would be awesome. But I think if I start with 3 mornings a week and see how I can manage the rest of my stuff, you know? Because if you're new, like to watching my diamond painting videos, I also, like on this channel, I also do scrapbooking pages. So my channel actually is mainly scrapbooking pages. I think I'm getting close to 900 scrapbook process videos. And so my channel has a lot of, you know, videos and stuff for scrapbooking. So I spent a lot of time working on videos for that, and, you know, a bunch of other stuff. But if I can do 3 hours a week, I'll be happy. For now. For now. Okay. I don't know if I'll have time to do all the outline with the 310s, because I think I'm approaching the hour. But now what I can do is next time I can work on like the area where it's already blocked in. So it'll be, and then at the end of that video, maybe do a little bit more of outlining. Because like I said, it's kind of not boring, but it's just monotonous to do. Although I have to say, the black outline is what makes the whole canvas come to life, right? It really does. So I was gonna do over here, but I don't think I have it open that wide. I'll do over here just a little bit. Oh, you can't, oh yeah, you can. Because remember I said I was gonna put some white sheets, the top half of this, after I'm done this video. So maybe it'll, and then what I'll do is, yeah. So this goes to here. Okay, so next time I'll work on, well, now that I've kind of started this, I'll work with that. I'll try to finish that square, like I'll go up to here, that square, and that square. And kind of go down that way. I'll try to finish everything that's in that square, that first square. Let me see. Okay, so it would be like here. So I'll put the, oh, there's a spur on that. Yeah, so it'll be good to have those on so I can say, okay, I can go up to the end of the square and that's it. Because it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And that's fine. It's not a big deal, but just like to finish it a little bit at a time. And if I have like a specific area, maybe I can, it'll look like I get more done in an hour too, because it'll be concentrated all in one little area. Okay, how about E? I knew that was gonna move this one over. But I'm gonna do this right here because I think this is what I wanna start with next time. So let's do this. Because I think I'd like to finish where this square ends. So I'm gonna have to finish this right here. I don't wanna go anything beyond that because then the squares, I'm gonna have a hard time aligning them. Okay, so I was talking about books. So what I do is I say I wanna finish this many books. So I said 100 books this year. I'm at 85, by the way. I finished 85 books. So I'm reading book 86, 87, and 88 right now. I have 3 books going. I have one on Kindle, one that I'm reading with my eyes, like a physical book, and one on audio. And the main reason that I'm doing the one on audio is because I don't have it. I don't have a physical book of it, and I don't have it in Kindle either. And it's a super short book. It's only like 174 pages. And it's like, it's $30. It's the Wayward Children. It's the third book. All the other books, I found them for super cheap, but the third one, I couldn't find it. So I'm like, oh, it's on Scribd. So I'll listen to it instead of reading it. So that's why I'm listening to that one. Haven't really started it yet. I just know that's the next one I'm going to listen to. So probably today, if I'm upstairs cleaning my room, my craft room, I'm reorganizing my craft room, I put on an audiobook, and then I feel like I'm doing two things at once. So that's always good. Multitasking. So I know I want to read 100 books. I want to read X amount of books that are, I can't remember how many now. I think it's 16 that are over 500 pages, which is a lot. And I have to say that is the only section that I'm kind of failing at. I think I'm up to maybe, well, maybe 7 or 8. So I'm halfway there, but there's only 2 months left. So it's like, I don't know if I'll be able to do that one. But I read 2 this month that were over 500, and I'm reading a third one right now. Thunderhead is over 500. And then I'll read The Toll, which is the next book in the series, which is also over 500. So I'm trying to find books that are over 500, and I'm having a hard time because it's usually not the first book in a series. It's like the second or third, and I'm like, okay, well, I really don't have time to read 3 books to get to the 500-page one. So I'm trying to find books that are 500 pages right off the bat. So I don't know, I might lower that next year and just say, 10 books or something. 16 was a lot. It was a lot. And I don't know if it's because I've already read, I've read a lot of my books that were over 500 pages, so I don't have like a ton left. Oh, I read a ton that were like 497. And I'm like, seriously, 3 pages? You couldn't have written 3 more pages? Put a few extra, few pictures in there so that it gets to 500. But so, and I want to start so many series, and I want to finish so many series. And I think I'll be okay in all the other ones, because like I said, I'm really good at when I start a series, it's like I just need to know like what's next. Now, Thunderhead, I read the first book in April. And here we are, October, and I'm just reading book number 2, but it's because I was reading other series and finishing them off, so. And I read a lot of standalones too. I kind of went into somewhat of a slump. Like a lot of times I can read like nine books in a month. And this summer it was like where you would think, no, those 2 are not good. First of all, they're stuck together. I thought I had picked them up together, but they're stuck together. So there's a little burr in the middle, and it's fine with just the 2 of them, but if you add more on the side, then it'll pop. It'll create popping drills, and you don't want that. Now, I forgot to mention, I get a lot of questions like, how do they stay there? The canvas is sticky. It's sticky canvas. Now, I had somebody else ask, like, do you need to finish this at the end? Like, how do you finish this? Some people, I won't say a lot, but some people finish them with Mod Podge. Some people finish them with a kind of glue. I haven't done, well, I tried a couple of them, like on the corner of some of my diamond painting. And I find that it dulls them like crazy. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really like that look. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I think if it's behind like a plexiglass, like not necessarily a real glass, but a plexiglass, I think it'll be fine. Like the glass will hold them in place. So I think they'll be fine. My thing is, will I be able to find a frame for this that is not going to be custom made? Like that's going to be crazy. Okay, so it's been over an hour, so I think I'm going to stop because next time I can start with this and just finish this area, and then maybe I can finish. What I should have done was done this part here, but I wasn't thinking. Instead of doing up here, I should have done here and had this done. But what I can do is at the end of the next video is just finish this, do this, and do this. And then it'll be all sectioned off. And I should be able to do that and finish one of these squares. Maybe I'll start up here. I wanted to start down here, but I don't know. We'll see where we'll start. It's not a big deal. I'm getting all worked up for nothing. It's not a big deal where I start. But that's it. I'm gonna finish it off here because it's been over an hour. And we will pick up, I guess, tomorrow morning. You'll see this today, and then the next one you'll see it on Thursday. But if you have any questions, put them in the description box below. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit subscribe, and right next to the subscribe button, because I had somebody said, what bell? Next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell. It's called a notification bell. Hit the little bell and you'll get notified when I put up a video. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up to help me find some new people. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.